Welcome back to Double Down University. I'm back at you guys with another college basketball PrizePicks video. And today starts one of my favorite tournaments, the greatest basketball tournament, March Madness. So let's get into it. If you guys been following along the last week, we've been cashing these two picks leading up to the tournament. So let's keep this thing rolling. The first pick I have for you guys is Jamarius Burton over 13.5 points. We have Tyron Lawrence over 1.5 assists. And last but not least, we have Mr. Jordan Walker, our former cover boy, at 21.5 points. And as I always like to do, I like to start off with looking at the spread of these games. So in the first matchup, we have UAB versus Southern Mississippi. This is a 10-point spread, and UAB is favored, so Jordan Walker's team is favored. We have Yale versus Vanderbilt at 3.5-point spread. Vanderbilt is favored by 3.5 points. And last but not least, the tournament game or semi-tournament game, Pittsburgh versus Mississippi State. Mississippi State is favored by 2.5 points. So we really love these spots. Only thing is a concern is if UAB blows out Southern Mississippi. But, you know, I think that Jordan Walker will be able to get his work done early and often. And so let's get into it. So first one, Jamarius Burton. So for him, doesn't have too many, from just the look of things, he doesn't have too many advantages offensively, but they are a great offensive team all around. So they are a 37% three-point shooting team, 24th in the country. They are 40% mid-range, 75th in the country, and 62% from near proximity, which is 83rd in the country, which is all really good offensive profile, especially with their free throw shooting being 31st in the country at 76%. The reason why I expect this game to be close, just based on two factors: the free throw shooting is horrible for Mississippi State, and three-point shooting is horrible for Mississippi State. As you can see where my cursor is, their free throw shooting are 64% free throw shooting team. So if this game comes down to like free throws and a couple possessions, they're probably not going to win that free throw contest. As well as they're a 28% three-point percentage team, which is terrible, which is 362nd. So this could also lead to like late in the shot clock, where they have to hoist up a shot and it be a three-pointer. They're not really good at three-pointers, so they could lead to easy transition buckets for Mr. Jamarius Burton, as well as they're not a good mid-range team as well, so contested mid-range shots could lead to that too. Another thing too about this game is that Jamarius Burton, let's kind of talk about his game. So he's kind of a mid-range shooter. He's not too much of a three-point shooter, so everything is like around the free throw line to end, to like near proximity layups, things of that nature. So that's pretty much his game. The Mississippi State, they don't really guard the pick and roll. Sometimes they kind of send two people to the pick and roll, but they could get beat off ball. So if Pittsburgh just if they start a pick and roll and they swing the ball to the weak side, that can unlock their defense to where they have to rotate, and that could be easy points for Jamarius Burton if he's caught in the rotation, where he can either attack the rim or pull up for mid-range shots. So I really like him in this spot as well, but we're going to just dig a little deeper than that. We're not just going to tell you that and not show you no stats and no numbers or anything. So that's not what we do. So free throw shooting, he is a great free throw shooter, 83%. As I stated earlier, it's not a great three-point shooter. He's 31% three-point shooter. He only attempts 1.9 per game. So, as I said, he attempts it, a couple times a game. He's not going to knock down. Now, if he does, it'll help him out a lot, especially with this line being 13.5. As you can see here, he kind of attempts at least one a game, or close to around one a game. So, he's not going to kill you there. His field goal attempts, he's somewhere in the 10 to 12 range. As you can see, full season, he attempts 12.2 shots per game. Last 10, 12.3. Last 5 games, 13.6. And then also for the season, his hit rate is a 65% hit rate. He's hit this line of 13.5, 20 out of 31 times. And then if you want to dig a little deeper, his last 10, he is a 50% hit rate at hitting this line 5 out of 10 times. The only time, and he would have been 60% if he would have, if the Duke game was a little closer. They blew them out by like 30 or 40 points. The game wasn't even close come in the second half. Pittsburgh defense was horrific. So I expect them to be able to have some pride today and be able to tighten up that defense a little bit and be able to be more detailed in their scouting report, their game plan, and being able to figure out what Mississippi State does well and how to kind of get them off of their game and kind of get them to go towards their weaknesses. Last 5. He is a 60% hit rate, and like I said, the Duke game is kind of an anomaly. If that game was a little bit closer, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten over that total. So I really like him in this spot as well. Moving on to the UAB Southern Mississippi game. In that matchup, they are going up against a Southern Mississippi team that likes to foul a lot. So they like to foul a lot, Southern Mississippi. I think he should be able to get over this total early in the game because he's a big volume shooter, and I'll show you guys in a second. But he is. They have a near proximity. Actually, no, I'm looking at the other side. So they don't have any true advantages offensively, but I think they will be able to shoot the three-pointer well. And this is also a pace-up spot. So what this means is more possessions for both teams, as Southern Mississippi is 114th in pace, and UAB is 31st, in pace. So this is a real track meet game. And then also, as I stated earlier, UAB should get to the free throw line quite a bit. They're above average. They should expect above average free throw opportunities against UAB. They are mediocre at free throw attempt rate. They are 178th in the country in free throw attempt rate. So, and then just looking at Jordan Walker, his season total. So he's hit this line in 64% of his games, 18 for 28, which is really good. Last 10, he is 7 out of 10. So 7 doesn't be 70%. And then his last 5, he is 60% as well. So I really like this, and he is a really high minute guy. He is a 33.1 minutes full season average, and then last 10, 33.8, last 5, 35.6. So I really love his minutes. And then, as I stated earlier, he's a big guy that loves to chuck the ball up. He shot 20 attempts last game. The game before that, 18, 13, and then against, I think this is Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken. But he shot the ball 32 times. So that's what we love. We love to take high volume shooters to be able to get these point totals, because there's no point in taking a guy who has low shot volume and try to get him over a point total, because that's just not going to happen. Either he's not going to attempt that many shots, or if he does attempt those many shots, he have to be damn near super efficient to be able to cover that line. So that's Jordan Walker for you guys, and then we can go and look at his full season split. So he is a excellent free throw shooter, 85%. So that bodes well for him as well in this matchup. As I stated earlier, they expect to get a lot of free throw attempts in this game, as well as he is a 39% free throw shooter. I mean, 3-point shooter. So he's almost a 40% 3-point shooter. He attempts 11 attempts a game, 11 threes a game. So all we need is for him to hit a portion of those threes in order for us to go over this 21.5 point total. And then last but not least, we're going to go to my boy, Mr. Tyron Lawrence, assists. So in this matchup as well, they are expected to get another a lot of free throw attempts in this matchup. As you can see, Yale is 200th in the country in free throw attempt rate, so they foul a lot, and they also have a 3-point advantage in this matchup. He has two really solid teammates, and Jordan Wright, and his other teammate is Mr. Ezra. So I really expect all we need for him to do is get 2 assists in this spot. He is a really solid assist guy on the season at 67%, 22 out of 33. This year, we're going over 1.5 assists. Last 10, he is a 80% hit rate, 8 out of 10. His last 10, his last 5, he is a 80% hit rate of 4 out of 5, and he is his minutes is trending up. His full season average for minutes is 27.5 minutes. His last 10 is 32.5 minutes, and his last 5 is 34 minutes. So I really like this spot for him as well. I think he should be able to go over with the amount of talent that he have on his side. Now, this would be a huge boost to him if he had Mr. Liam Robbins on his team. They're a low post scorer, so for him to just dump it down in the post and be able to score, I would love for him to have that. But being as though they don't have that advantage today, they have more of a 3-point shooting advantage. So I really expect him to be able to dish it to his teammates and get a couple layups, and then also be able to get out and transition once or twice and be able to dish it to one of his teammates on an easy fast break layup that can get us up and over this total of 1.5. He doesn't really foul out a lot. As you can see, he only had 4 fouls twice this year. Everything else is 3 fouls or below. So, so those are my picks for today. I go through them again one more time. I have Jamarius Burton over 13.5 points. We have Jordan Walker over 21.5 points. And Tyron Lawrence over 1.5 assists. Let me see. Oh, wow. They just took his assists off the board. They just took Tyron Lawrence's assists off the board. So we're just going to have a 2-pick. Wow, that quick. But Jamarius Burton over 13.5 points, and Jordan Walker over 21.5 points. So we did have Tyron Lawrence, but PrizePicks pulled it from us, as we were in the middle of the video. So those are our 2 for today. We have Jamarius Burton over 13.5 and Jordan Walker over 21.5. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.